What's going on, guys? Here we are again,
Hell yeah.
season 2, episode 7. We got Gangsta up to bat today
Hell yeah.
with your lovely hosts, Lawrence Edmondson.
And Chris Long. What up?
Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. We're going to get into it. Let's go over the. Chris, we doing the info first or the handles?
I'll do the handles first, guys. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at Twitter at Reviews Shot. That's ReviewsShot. You can send us an email at oneshotreviewspod@gmail.com. We have an Instagram, which you can follow at _one-shot-reviews. And we're on YouTube. All of season 2 is on YouTube under One Shot Reviews. So make sure you get on over there, like, subscribe, add a little tell Lawrence who your favorite Greek goddess is, and he's gonna respond to every single one of them with information on all of them with a tidbit you may not know. I'll make sure of it.
Yep.
So
I
make
have
sure
a,
make sure you leave your comments there. He'll get to every single one. So just overflow it. He'll spend his
Make
whole
sure you
week.
drop those comments, guys. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, guys, today we got Gangsta. Gangsta is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Kosuke.
Nailed it.
The show ran from July 1st, 2015 to September 27th, 2015. The show has 12 episodes. We got a short anime here.
Hell yeah.
The series revolves around two handymen who take on jobs for both the mob and the police force that no one else can handle. The two, named Warwick Archangelo and Nicholas Brown, work in the town of Chris is the one who's excellent with names, so I'm just gonna have him say this name real quick because he always gets
Ergastelum.
okay, which is full of mafia hoodlums, prostitutes, and dirty cops. After a job of crushing a gang, Warwick decided to spare and help the sole survivor, Alex, under their wing for the time being. Okay, so genres we got adventure, thriller, gangster. Gangster is a genre, I
Uh,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
guess.
mafia, gangster,
Yeah,
mob,
yeah.
like Godfather. You know how you were
Yeah,
watching that.
that's
You know.
literally why I was about to say
Yeah.
that. Like, I guess. The opening theme song is Renegade by Stereo Drive Foundation, while the ending theme song performed by Annabelle is Country of the Night. Other notes: reviewing the first 3 episodes of the anime, Gabriella Ekins, LOL, like the Pokemon, stated that it was a languid execution of a promising story. She also criticized the series' musical score and animation. She stated, however, that she was looking forward to the show and that its flaws are as intriguing as its strengths. One other thing that I heard about this show was that the reason why it is only 12 episodes is because the studio went bankrupt. And that is why they did not continue. Bethany's told me this like 5 times. That is
Really?
why, because she's the one who told me to watch this a long time ago. Um,
Let's
and
see.
so she told me that the studio went bankrupt, and that's why they haven't made any more episodes, and they're not to. I know there's a manga
She is correct. They
that
did
you
go
can go
bankrupt.
watch. Yeah, so the manga is, I guess, the manga's finished, but the anime,
No, the manga's still going. It's eight
oh,
volumes in. Yeah.
okay,
There's like a spin-off one. It looks like that's finished though.
okay, all
But
right. So
yeah, the
yeah, the
studio
anime,
was Man Globe, and they went bankrupt in September of 2015 when the 12th episode came out.
yo,
After getting in an estimated debt of 350 million yen. That's a lot of money.
god damn.
That's a lot of money. Also, I did some searching. Ergastelum, because I was like, I wonder if that's a real town. Because it looks like the show we'll get into. It looks like it takes place in Italy. So I looked up Ergastelum, and in Ergastelum was a Roman building used to hold in chains dangerous slaves or to punish other slaves. So in a sense, it was a small Roman prison, is what an ergastulum was. So
Okay. Oh,
that
so it's
kind
a
of,
thing.
yeah, it's a thing. It's not a city,
Okay,
but
okay.
it's a Roman word meaning like a small Roman prison for like all the dangerous people. So after watching episode 1 and looking up what that means, oh, makes sense why he picked that
Right,
name. Okay, I see you.
right.
I see you, man of the learned world. I see you.
Chris, what have you been watching lately, bro?
Uh, Kengan Ashura, been watching that. I watched My Girlfriend is a Gal, then I watched My Girlfriend is a Show Bitch. I watched both of those are rom coms. They're rom coms. Uh, then I watched the two newest episodes of The Mandalorian because that just recently came out. Let's see, what else have I been watching? I watched a couple movies here and there. It's been a busy week.
This man, Chris, literally just
Yeah.
watches everything.
Consumes media. Well, I'm usually up till like 2 or 3 in the morning, so
Yeah,
consuming
me
media.
too.
How about you? What have
Um,
you been watching?
I started. I finally made a decision to, I guess,
Do I
commit to
guess?
watching Brotherhood.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I don't know because I was actually having a talk with Bethany about this recently about
Mm-hmm.
nowadays in time, my anime consumption is highly based off of I'm only gonna watch an anime. I only watch animes now if they are highly critically acclaimed or someone close to me suggests something to me. So me
Okay.
watching an anime now is like someone getting a really good job, their first job or a job somewhere. You're not gonna get it
Right.
by just passing in a job application. You're not gonna
Right.
like
You need
you have to know
recommendations. People
somebody. You
gotta
have to be
know.
recommended,
Yeah, yeah.
or else I'm not. I could because I feel like all the animes out
Mm-hmm.
that I feel are like 8 stars and above,
Mm-hmm.
I've watched them all. Like
Got it.
TPN, Vinland Saga, like the newer ones, even
Right,
the
right,
newer ones that are like out, Demon Slayer, like all the huge top haymaker type ones,
right. Mm-hmm.
I've seen them all.
Right.
So I feel like I don't know. I literally was having this conversation with her like yesterday or 2 days ago. I just feel like now when I watch animes, I
Mm-hmm.
don't watch animes to test drive anymore
Right, right.
because there's too much.
Right.
There's too
There's too.
much. It's
There's a
gonna take.
ton of stuff out there.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't do that anymore. I only watch it if it's like okay, if someone like the when I watched TPN,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is fire as fuck, and I watched the whole thing in one day. When I watched Vinland Saga, after that fourth episode where they actually get into the show,
Uh
I was
huh.
like, oh, this is now. Bethany told me to watch TPN, and it ended up that I think TPN is a ridiculously good anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than a lot of other things that are out right now. Not
Oh.
saying other things are bad, but
Right.
TPN to me is like a 9
Oh shit. Okay.
at least, like, because it's too good, like it's too
Right.
good. Vinland Saga is like a 8.59. Vinland
Mm-hmm.
Saga is really really good. So now like I feel, and if those shows, I couldn't do anything, they had me like this, like those shows had me like this, like so I
Right.
and now and I've just gotten used to that, so now I don't want to watch anything unless I know it's fire as fuck and it's going to literally hold me there to watch everything else.
All right. Well,
So
then for the next two, I already know what we're gonna review for the next 2 weeks. Then, because they're both gonna be shows where you're like, "Fuck, those were fire as fuck." Now I gotta watch
are
them.
they new? I'm just
One is
curious.
new, and one came out in 2014.
What is it?
So I might as well say it now, guys. Next week we're gonna watch Kengan Ashura.
Oh, okay.
Fucking awesome 3D animated martial arts anime. And the week after that, I'll give you a little tease. We're gonna do a Kame ga Kill. Lawrence, if you love action, extreme violence, and a very good plot line, this is the show for you. And it's
Bra-
all wrapped up in 24 episodes. So
Brandon told me about that show years ago.
it's the
And
show that got me into watching anime. Like if I didn't watch that show back in 2014 when he told me to, I probably would have only been like this podcast wouldn't exist because I only would have watched like the OG shits we saw growing up as a kid, and then that's
Mhm.
it. And then I never would have been interested in watching anything else. Because when I first watched Attack on Titan in the same year, I was like, nah, I guess anime is not my thing. I'm not into this. I was like, if this is what anime is like, I'm not into it. And then he was like, no, watch this show. And I watched the first episode of Kame Got Kill, and I was like, I'm never watching English TV again. Anime's fucking amazing. Holy shit. So, yeah.
Okay.
So there you go, Lawrence. You're gonna have a month this month. It's gonna be crazy.
And that's what I mean. Like, so now I'll go ahead. Like, Brandon's mentioned that a long time ago.
Dude,
So
it's
I'll
one
go,
of the best storylines in an anime I've seen in a long like ever. It's really good. Imagine if the whole Eisen arc was only like 24 episodes. Like imagine that. It's all the fucking kick-ass
that's
awesomeness of Bleach in like 24 episodes. It's
that's a
insane.
strong statement.
Dude, I'm telling you, dog. Dude, it's got weapons that all do different things and shit. Like, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. It's really
Okay.
good.
All right. So
It was
now
also
you guys know.
it was the first anime that made me cry because it was sad at the end. So there you go.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So all right. So see, I'm excited to watch that. But yeah, man, like that's I don't know. That's kind of how I look at animes now. Like it's just but the thing is
mhm.
finding those animes that make you that hold you chokehold like that, where you're like,
Right.
you have to those are that's why we love anime. Because when you find a good one, you will sit there for days on end until you're done with it. And it's just
That's
great because
what
you
That's what
look
happened
forward.
with Kengan Ashura because I was doing work on the computer, and usually when I'm doing work, I have an anime on in English that I can just
Mhm,
like, oh, this is something I know of, and it's 12 episodes. Let me just run through it real quick in the background. Yeah, I watched it.
mhm.
Kengan Ashura, I played the first episode, and I stopped doing work for like 4 days because I was like, this show's fucking amazing. I can't stop watching it. But like I'm the opposite of you where like most of like all the shows that you're talking about, those are the shows that I focus on and I only watch. But most of the time, most of my anime, I'm either because I have the two screen like setup. I'm usually doing work or playing games on this screen and then have something on over here. That's why I can consume so much shit. And then when I go to sleep, I have a laptop over on my nightstand where I just throw on a random ass anime and I watch like an episode or two and fall asleep to it, you know?
Mhm.
So that's why I'm consuming like 8,000 different things of media a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This dual screen action is
It's tight. I love
at
it.
home. I mean, yeah, I've had jobs where we've had dual screen action, it was lit. But now, like, I'm at
Hmm.
home and I finally got this set up. I want to
Yeah.
do a tri screen, but I'll wait a little bit for that because I just couldn't fit everything.
Nah, I
But
feel yeah. I would
I'm gonna
love
do
to
two
do try
screens at
screen.
some point, bro.
Oh.
Because if I everything, bro, I be doing mad shit, bro. Have my Zoom
Yeah.
up, bro. On this side, I be watching Pokemon battles on Pokemon Showdown on this side,
And you're trying to
Zoom
do
up on this side, the
yeah.
game. I be sitting there like, yeah, I'm in class,
Yeah.
just be watching like it's. I'm like, yo, bro, dual screen action at the crib is crazy. Like I literally be
And
doing.
dude, it's funny because we started with one screen. You're like, this isn't enough. I need to get two screen. Now I've got two screens. I'm like, this isn't enough. I need that third
Like, nah,
screen.
I need more.
I
Like, so
need
I can
more.
watch all three. I only got two eyes, but fuck
I
it.
need to
Like, I
be
want.
I need to be in a stupid meeting on this one, watching something here, but then doing something in the middle.
And look at this. I
Oh
got
shit!
bro. Oh, bro.
He's like, uh oh,
The new Destiny. Oh wait,
and you
comes
got the
out.
TV over there. Damn.
Yo, it comes out. The Beyond Light comes out today. So right now, but the servers are down because everyone's trying to jump on right now. So I've had this up for like an hour now. Man, I woke up 10 minutes before 12. I was like, damn, I know I got the podcast, but I'm gonna have this shit on the background. I actually have a class meeting at 2. So
Oh
let's get
really?
into this.
Let's do it.
But yeah, so I've been watching Brotherhood. I think I'm gonna try to. I've already watched Full Metal
And the
Alchemist,
thing
and
is,
then
like
they
the,
come out with Brotherhood, and I'm like, damn, I gotta watch it all over now.
but it's only the same. I think I say only, but it's only the same for like 7 to 10 episodes. Around then is when you're like, oh, these people weren't the same. And like some of the homunculi, when you meet them, you're like, oh, you're not the same as the first series. Okay, that's
Oh,
different.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
like the first like I want to say 10 episodes, it's essentially the same fucking show. But then like
uh-huh.
the second someone that you've seen in the first series shows up but is completely different, that's when you know, oh, okay, from here on out it's all gonna be different. Got it.
Um okay. I
Yeah.
Bethany told me about this website, My Anime Watch List.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to this website before, but I didn't notice that they rank animes of all time on here.
Yeah,
So
my
I was like, oh, let me just use this
I'm pretty
and
sure
just
my
watch.
girlfriend uses this
So
for
that's
her
why
thing.
I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and watch Brotherhood. Because I already knew I had to get that out the way. So I was like, let me
Yeah.
just go ahead and go back and watch Brotherhood. Because I was like, I wasn't looking forward to it. Because I'm like, yo, I already watched Full Metal Alchemist, the original one, even though it's not the original one. Like, I
Right.
get that, but I'm like, damn, now I gotta watch it all over. So I've just been taking a long time. But on this website, Brotherhood is the #1 anime. So I was like, okay,
Wait, that's
it's
the
a good,
number one anime on that site?
yeah, yeah. Hold
Ooh,
on, let me
ooh,
see.
it's a
Top
good show,
anime.
but it's not number one. Just
Yeah, Full
saying.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood got a 9.2.
Yo, controversial statement. I don't really like those shows that much. I feel like
Those,
I'm forced to like those shows because
what are
everyone
those
like
shows?
the Full Metal series. Like it's a good show and it's cool and it's kind of one of a kind. There's a couple other shows like it, and like I guess they did it the best and it's really good and well regarded, but like it's never ever in like my top 10 list of animes of all time. I don't even consider it when I'm thinking that.
Gee,
Yeah,
you don't
like
even
that's why I
consider
said
it.
that's why I said controversial statement. Like it's good, but like whatevs.
He was like, "It's too mainstream, bro.
It's
It's too
not even
mainstream."
that. It's like I'm like it's good, but because I've seen a fuck ton more other shows, there's more better stuff out there. I think it has the Dragon
Let's
Ball
go.
Z
Vinland
problem.
Saga's up here. Let's fucking go.
I think it
See,
just has the Dragon Ball problem where it came to America and it was one of the few things in America. So like every American that loves anime has seen it. So they're like, "This is the best," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, well, because you haven't been watching all the other stuff that's also been coming out." I don't know. It's good, but I would never personally put it in one of my top 10 lists. But it is good. I do enjoy it.
okay. Vinland Saga's up here. High Q is up here. The volleyball shit.
I need to
Cowboy
start watching that.
Bebop's up here. I don't know. This list looks like it looks low key valid.
Let me.
Because
I need to look at this list too.
Gintama is #3, and Brandon talks
Yo,
about Gintama all the time.
Gintama. I put
So
Brandon on Gintama, and that show is fucking amazing. Holy shit.
that's up here, bro. That's #3. I've never heard of Steins Gate in my entire life, and it's
Steins
number 3.
Gate. I've seen like the first original series because they made it's that is really really good. Good. I think you'd like it. Where are you seeing the list? I'm on this site
You
too.
go to okay, go to mylist.com and then go
Top
to
anime.
anime
Got
and
it.
then yeah,
Steins Gate. I could totally see that. Yo,
Hunter x
Gintama.
Hunter
So
number
fucking good.
4.
I love how it says Gintama's 51 episodes, but it's not. Oh,
Because it
that's
splits
because
it up.
that's
There's other
not
ones.
that's not even the original Gintama season. That's like season 4 or 5.
Because they do go by season. Like they put it in the high Q. They say the
Yeah,
second season is
because
ranked
if you
really
look at
high.
number 6, there's another Gintama season that came out before the one that was number 3,
Yeah.
and then another Gintama. Yo, Gintama's killing
Now
it three
Gintama is
times
up
in the
here mad
top
times.
10.
Yeah.
That's
It's up
how
here
good
mad.
it is. Oh, it's so
Mob
good.
Psycho. Bethany has told me about Mob Psycho mad times
I
too.
couldn't
She
get
loves
into it. It wasn't for me. I didn't really like it, but it's good. Oh, is that what the hell is that?
Cowboy Bebop. I might have to
Your
finish
Name,
Cowboy.
number 11. Gintama, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, now I'm starting to think this list is a little biased.
Made
Like,
in the Abyss. I heard that was really good too. Made in the Abyss. I don't know. There are shows that are up here that I'm like, okay, I've heard really good things about these shows. So that's why I'm like, I could possibly believe this.
I could believe it, but I think
You're right. This is probably based off like
just people that
how
come
much.
on here and vote.
Yeah,
Because
that's. I
there's,
think it's just
like,
a vote. But
Like,
there are
listen.
valid stuff up here though. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
believe I believe I
Let's see.
believe like
One,
a lot of
two,
these.
three, four, five,
Yeah,
six,
Demon Slayer is number 49. It's
seven.
right before 50, like right before the bottom. So I mean,
I mean, the top 25 alone, different Gintama things are in here 8 different times. I love Gintama, and that shows in my top 10. I don't think it's good enough to be in the top 25 8 times, though. I think it makes one. I think this is just a list where it's just like everyone goes in and votes, and just like whoever actually comes on here and votes decides. But I could totally see how a lot of these shows would make top 10 lists. A lot of these are really good. But we digress, people. Let's get into. I almost said The Great Pretender. That's not what we're watching. We're getting into Gangster, people.
okay. So
Jeez.
you guys had a big intro. What we got next week in the top 10 list, and where you can see this top 10 list, even though it might possibly be a little skewed, possibly, but I still do think they have.
There's a lot of good stuff on there. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
valid. It's still valid.
yeah. It's like it has a percentage of valid to it. I might check out
Right.
one of these random shows I've never seen or heard of before. But yeah,
Gintama.
so you guys mention that all the time. So I mean, I might, but I heard. Tell me it was like the whole comedy thing, and I'm like, I'm not really a huge
Did
comedy
you like
person.
Deadpool?
I mean, yeah, everybody liked Deadpool.
It's the
Like it
same
was a
thing.
good.
It's the same thing. It's funny, but it also has some of the best fighting scenes of any anime I've seen. Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of those.
okay.
It's like a fighting anime that is also has comedy.
We're
So it's
gonna
like
have to
that.
do it one time then. Did we already
Hell yeah.
do Gintama?
Nah, we haven't done Gintama yet. I don't think. Let me double
Okay,
check.
all right. So we'll do that as a throwback. I don't know. Is it throwback? Right? Came out a while ago.
I think it falls in the throwback. I think so.
It might. So
We'll
yeah,
check.
we can do, or yeah, we'll do that at some point. Okay. So yeah, Chris, you can lead off if you want with just
Alrighty.
your thing, and I'll just jump in because I had
Hell yeah.
stuff. I didn't have a lot, but I
So the show opens up with its theme song, which is like kind of like a pop song thing, really catchy, and I like the style they did it. I forget what the style's called, but it's when like a scene will pop up on screen and only like everything's in black and white except for one color, and then they keep doing that where scenes keep coming in and they keep switching that one color. I thought that was really cool and like eye catching and stuff. So that was really cool. So like right off the rip, I was like, okay, I see the production. So this is why y'all went into debt. You put a shit ton of money into this show. Got it.
yeah.
Okay. So they have the catchy theme song, and then it starts off with Alex, who is a prostitute, getting beaten up in the alleyway with an apartment up like a couple stories up, and the phone's ringing, and the guy's in there reading a book, watching her essentially get the shit beat out of her. Lawrence just got excited. I think it was a Destiny thing. Was that right? Yeah, I was right. I knew it. I knew it. He's in. He got it. But so essentially, the beginning of it, it's just two. We find out they're two handymen. It's kind of like if you've seen Jessica Jones, where she's just kind of like a do it all kind of girl. You just call her up, hire her. She goes and does the thing. That's kind of what these two guys are, except they beat up mafia people. And by beat up, I mean either brutally murder or just beat them up. Kind of depends on how much you're paying them. And I got a lot of Samurai Champloo vibes because the background music of this whole episode was fucking phenomenal. It was like kind of like a jazzy, poppy kind of soundtrack. Like it seemed like heavy bass lo-fi beats throughout the whole thing, which was
Okay.
pretty dope. The whole and like I said when I looked up what the name of the city meant, it definitely feels like we're in Italy. Like the whole show feels like we're in Italy. Um, it turns out that the two main dudes, Warwick and Nick, uh, I don't know if they're like ex cops or ex mafia or ex whatever. Warwick has an eye patch, white long hair that he ties up. He talks a lot, kind of like a womanizer kind of dude. Nicholas is always really quiet, but like when they're about to beat up people, he gets really excited. He's wearing dog tags, which comes up near the end of the show when everyone starts calling him a
Attack.
tag, but they don't explain it yet. That's I'm assuming gonna come down the line, but everyone is scared shitless of him once they figure out he's a tag. Doesn't talk much, and they meet up with Chad, who's a cop. Not a dirty cop, more of like one of those cops that's like we. It seems like this city is one of those cities where there's a shit ton of crime, and the cops can't do much about it because if they do, the crime will get worse because they're it seems like there's all these different systems of like dirty cops and normal cops and mafia buying cops and all this shit. So they have to be super careful who they go after and stuff. So Chad is essentially paying Warwick and Nicholas to do all the jobs that the cops can't get their like hands on. And that's when we find out that Nicholas is actually deaf, and he can't really talk. Also, did you when he flashed the tags in one of the episodes? Did you see what the tag said? Because I zoomed in on like I paused when it was like zoomed in. It doesn't have his birth. It has his name, Nicholas Brown, and it says Westgate Mercenary Troop was on the tag. So this dude, I'm assuming, was part of some sort of like merc group out Westgate. Blah, I have no idea where that would be. Middle East, maybe,
Or in Brockton because of Westgate Mall.
or Brockton. Dude, you need a mercenary group in Brockton. I'm telling you, you need
That's
one. It's a fact, dude. If you,
he said,
dude, I've been down there to the Brockton Fair, dog, and I needed a group of mercs to make sure I got out of that alive. Brockton's a little better now, but back in the day, man, holy shit,
"That was rough."
it was rough. But I think my favorite part, I don't know if you thought this was cool or not, was when so they get hired to go fight a group of mercenaries, and we find out that or not mercenaries, drug dealers, and we find out that that girl Alex is a prostitute for them. So Warwick goes to tell her like, oh, by the way, we're gonna go kill all those dudes, so you're gonna be free, and she gets all upset because, well, if you kill them, I'm gonna have nowhere to go because I have nothing.
Right, right.
But we see Nick killing everyone like while that's going on, like he just left on his own. He's using a samurai sword to kill everyone. But there's a scene where the guys pull up their guns, and Barry, who's the leader of all of them, is telling him like, we surrender, blah blah blah, like we'll pay you double. And it cuts to Nick, zooms in on his face, and then it does like, here's what Nick is hearing, and it's like all of everything goes quiet, and even the background music gets like muffled. It kind of seems like you were listening to music underwater and stuff. So it's showing you from Nick's perspective like what he's hearing. And right before you can go in, you see a gun with bullets firing, and you don't even hear the bullets, but you see them all going by because that's Warwick showing up, killing the rest of the dudes. So I thought that was fucking.
I didn't notice that,
dude. It was nasty, and Nick doesn't react because he can't hear it, so he doesn't know that. You know, a normal person who has a gun here firing a bullet, you would fucking freak out.
Loud,
Yeah. But Nick can't hear it. So, like, you have the muffled music, everything else is quiet, gun going off. I was like, that's pretty cool.
No, that's fire.
And then even later on, there's a scene where Nick finally speaks. And I thought, I don't know who the voice actor for Nick is, so I don't know if it's also a deaf person or just someone emulating it. But the way he speaks, they did a really nice job of being like, oh, he's definitely deaf because this is not how a normal person sounds. This is how someone who's never been able to hear would speak. So I thought that was pretty cool too. And of course, they got all the sign language down. Nick only talks in sign language. They got all that down. So they did a shit ton of research for a guy who's deaf for this anime. I thought that was really cool.
I might have to check out. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to check out the second episode. Yeah, man. I actually just got on the servers, so now I'm just like, oh my god, it's just because I know for the next week, bro.
Yeah,
nobody.
We're never gonna hear from Lawrence again because he's just
whenever
gonna be...
Destiny drops a new DLC, first off, everybody takes work off, but everyone's already home because of COVID, so now we just get the play for free. But when Destiny drops a new DLC, it's like a holiday for the community. Like everybody takes off. I've taken off work like twice when they drop DLCs. Anyways, my bad, bro. Let's get back to this.
All good. What are your thoughts?
So this, there's mature content in here, so it's definitely one of those anime. It's an anime if you like the grown up type shit with grown up content.
It's
This
like
is that.
if you like mafia shows, this would be good for you. Like if you watch The
Uh-huh.
Sopranos or The Godfather, that kind of stuff. This show I think was like fast paced enough, but slow enough where you get all the information. They set up the plot line. They set like you have all the info you need to stay invested and know what's happening, and it has all the action of being like, oh, that was badass. And like you said, it's mature. This a dude gets his head chopped off, and you see him dragging like the headless corpse like into an alleyway to like hide the body. And you're like,
Right,
oh,
right,
oh shit, okay, they're not fucking around on this show.
right. Yeah, so it's filled with that. I've only seen the first episode.
Me too.
Bethany really liked it a lot. So no, I might like, but see, that's the thing, bro. This is exactly what I'm talking about, which is why I'm like, I only like, if I commit to an anime now, it's because I really, 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 really am like heard a lot about it to
Right.
where I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Cause I'm not watching shit now to
Mm-hmm.
test drive nothing, bro. So this is what I
Right.
mean by that. Like, if I get into this, it's just like, even though this is a less commitment, because it's only 12 episodes, that's a day. That's a day's
Oh,
work.
I'm
You can
about to
watch
watch
that in a
this
day.
show all day. Bethany nailed it
Yeah.
with this recommendation because it was fucking
Oh yeah,
awesome
you
first
fuck with it a
episode.
lot. Yeah, no,
Oh shit,
it's
this first episode, 10 out of 10. Everyone go watch the show right now. First episode. I'm not saying the whole anime, but first episode, everything you want for you to go. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the second one right now. It was a damn good first episode.
it was, you know what it was. This reminds me of Vinland Saga. And okay,
Okay.
so this is what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
Vinland Saga basically just sticks with me in my head of the first episode. Okay, there was action in here. There was
Right.
action in here. But I feel like the first episode is more of a setup
Mm-hmm.
type shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. I watched it and I was like, oh, okay, I'm watching CSI Miami type shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even watch CSI Miami.
Me
This
neither.
just kind of gave me police like
Right.
police busting down the city vibes type shit, trying to
Right.
keep the city in order type shit. Um, so remind me of Vinland Saga. And what I mean by that is Vinland Saga, I think, is one of the greatest animes I've ever watched.
Oh,
And
okay.
I mean, I've been saying that ever since I watched it. Like Vinland Saga is
Right.
just really good, but it got Vinland Saga really started on the fourth episode. The
Right,
first
because
four episodes,
episode one was really slow, but they were
exactly,
giving you all the information you need,
exactly.
to go for. I think this first episode I view as how did Alex join the team? You know, so
Okay, see,
that's
yeah,
how what this whole because the end of the episode ends with Warwick being like, "Hey, Alex, who's down in like the alleyway, being like, "Hey, I need to go run an errand. Can you do me a quick favor?" And then it
mhm,
ends with her answering the telephone, being like, "Hi, thank you for calling the handyman. Like, how can we help you today?" That
right.
kind of vibe. So I think this whole first episode was just here's how Alex joined the team, so you're not asking later how the hell did they get involved with a prostitute, and they fucking nailed the whole first episode because it was so
Okay,
good.
yeah, yeah, nah,
You know.
yeah, yep. So that's what I mean. Like this is more like, and then we're gonna, but Vinland's, but this only has one season though.
I
That's the
know,
thing. So they
dude.
got
I
less episodes to kill it. You know what I'm saying? Because they
right,
only had one. Um, they did the normal, um audience captivation with the throttling, the whole throttling information piece. Nicholas is a tag. No one knows what that means. We just know
right,
that it's cool and that people fear him. Animes do that. We're gonna throttle this information. We're gonna give you a little tiny piece that's gonna be like, oh, so what's that supposed to mean? Oh, he's a
right,
beast.
right,
Then they don't tell us till maybe like the fifth episode. You know, we find out he's a savage. He's been through this hell and back, and da 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 da. And that's why he's like he is now. That how did he
right,
become deaf? That's where he became deaf and shit like that. Or so so there are telltale signs in this first episode of normal anime points, like things that they do. So yeah, like to
right,
me, I thought the first episode of this didn't like knock me dead. However, I don't think they were trying to do that. Like I said,
No, no, no,
this
no.
reminds me of Vinland Saga. I don't Vinland Saga wasn't trying to do that. They were trying
Right,
to set you up, and then once you really hit the plot of what this is really about,
right.
it's a home run. It's gonna knock you out the park. And I feel like for Gangsta, like this, because I was like, I absolutely love crime movies. Like I've been on a
Yeah.
like, I just love crime movies. Like I've been on a crime movie spree. Like after like I've just I love crime. I watched fuck did I watch last night? I watched The Departed again last
Have
night.
you
Like
seen
I
The
just
Irishman?
yes on
All right.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So like that's all I do. Like I love
Right,
crime movies. I love gangster shit. Like I bought The Godfather 1 and 2 like last week. Like those are my
right.
shits. Like Peaky Blinders got me into like now I'm crime everything now. Like gangster shit. Like so I like stuff like this. So this episode I was just like I just felt like I was like,
It was a
okay, it
complete
seemed a
setup.
little
Yeah,
basic. It seemed a little basic, but I know from experience now, you can't judge anime's book by like the cover, like first episode wise type shit.
right. Well, because when you
So
think about it, like Sopranos and stuff, they had like however many seasons. In the first like 5 or 6 episodes, they're showing you all the families, everyone getting introduced, like what the first plot line is. If because I didn't even mention in this first episode, we met the four like godfathers of the city when they were having that meeting. I
the
think
meeting,
this whole episode, I think, was just here are all the players, and here's like our two main people like taking out like a little tiny group, you know? Because we
mm-hmm,
met the cop, we met the handyman, we met Alex, how she joined. We meet the four mafia members or
uh-huh,
four like crime syndicates, and how they're
uh-huh,
all like because at the end of that meeting they're like, oh, here's they give up this one dude a shit ton of money, and they're like, go clean up that mess of Barry's group, of like,
right,
go
right,
here's a shit ton of money, go clean it up with a neutral party, whatever. So it's like this first episode literally was just here's everyone. I think episode 2 is when we're gonna find out like what the plot of the story actually is. I think
that
this
might
was
have
just like,
okay,
dude, I'm gonna watch the whole thing like all today, hands down.
okay.
It's
All
so
right,
good.
so yeah, so that's how I felt about it. I
Mm-hmm.
it's only a 12 episode anime, so it's like
Bang it
what
out.
much do you have to lose? Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like just and you know, Bethany did tell me about it. So it's like I trust her because she's the one who showed me TPN.
Mm-hmm.
She showed me what else did she tell me to watch? I watched something else, but she loves Mob Psycho too. So I'm gonna have to check Mob Psycho out at some point.
If you
Cause I
like
Mob
One Punch Man, you'll probably like one Mob because they're by the same like same person. So
uh
yeah,
okay, that the animation definitely does look the same.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely it's a more mature anime.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for this episode is just the setup. It definitely could have potential. As as much as my brain wants to be like, yeah, the first episode wasn't too crazy for you. My gut tells me like, bro,
Right.
that you've watched animes where the first episode isn't crazy and then you ended up loving it. So this
Exactly.
could be another one of the, and this was recommended to me. So, and it's only 12. I mean, like it's only 12 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
You, you
It's
can
not like
you
a
can watch
4.
all 12 while waiting to get inside that Destiny lobby. Boom.
We're doing that. But but yeah, so that's how I felt about this. The animation style it's really good. I feel like you can tell it's like newer style.
Right.
It's like newer style.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I didn't even catch the death thing, that scene, but I know
It was
exactly what
so
scene you're
good.
talking about. I didn't
Yep.
even catch that, bro.
Watch it again.
So
It's
yeah.
so good.
So that's what I had on Gangsta.
Hell yeah, man. Everyone should watch it.
So yeah. So next week episodes once again, guys. Just to was there anything else that you had to
That's
you got
it.
everything?
Got everything.
Um. So once again, next week's episode, Kengan Ashura.
So
Chris
good.
Chris is swearing that
It's
He's swearing that
fucking
this is
amazing,
it.
dog. If you like crime and big business, this is the show for you. Because I showed you that fight, and you're like, oh, okay, it's martial arts. You're gonna
Yeah, it
watch the
looked like
first. You're
karate
gonna
kid.
you're gonna watch the first episode and go, what? Like, how do we get from first episode to what the hell you just showed me in this clip? What the hell? It,
Hey,
a little teaser. Imagine instead of big corporations making negotiated like deals, they have people fight each other to get what they want. Boom. It's
okay, that has a lot of potential.
so
I can
good.
see.
It's so
Yeah,
good. And the clip I showed you, that was like the shittiest fight in the show, by the way. Because that whole little clip is the whole fight. And it
no,
was
that
only
clip
like
was
45
wild.
seconds.
It was wild. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, yeah, they
Dude, and,
definitely.
and that's the shittiest fight in the whole show. I need you to understand that.
He said, "I need you to
I
understand."
need you to
Like,
understand that that was the worst fight, and you're about to tell me that that fight was wild. So I need you to.
okay, that's a
Oh,
good.
shit. Alrighty,
Um,
everyone.
so yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
all the support. Go check us out on all those platforms that we mentioned earlier. For the especially YouTube, guys.
Hell
One shot
yeah.
reviews. Man, go find us on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Watch some episodes on there. We finally got our video up, so we
For
appreciate all the
sure,
support.
for sure. Alrighty, guys. We are going to see you next week.
All right.
And stop.